Welcome to Love Language.
In this episode, we will be covering how good energy is felt in a social environment, how people lack to connect to others behind the surface, how to benefit from negative experiences, how to ensure good karma with the words you speak, and having healthy relationships without ego. All right, you guys, welcome back to Love Language. I am your host, Soul Bloom. Instagram at SOLBLOOM_. And today I have a special guest with me. His name is Michael.
Thank you.
What is your Instagram?
Thank you. My name is Michael, like my beautiful host said. My Instagram is Michael_2.0. Some of the things I like to do, I like to model for sure. But it's definitely something new for me. I used to be really overweight, so I dropped all my weight. And that's why I put 2.0. I kind of like upgraded myself.
That is so cool. See, I didn't even know that about him.
It's just something slight for me, you know. I always put that just for me. And I have a little brother. He's like 9, and he's my heart for sure. He's like my mini-me. So I always try to be good to him. And I definitely love to play sports. I like to be very active for sure because I believe that lifestyle has to be very important in your life to be the best person you need to be.
Definitely. Look at you.
Thank you.
So Michael here, we met doing a Millbrox fashion show.
Yes.
Both models coming in, not knowing who we were or anything about each other at all. And he happens to be a Scorpio like me.
Yes.
And we clicked right away. His energy, his soul, his spirit. We pretty much just gravitated to each other. And I feel like a lot of people in that room gravitated. We all gravitated.
Yeah,
and had like a whole shindig afterwards and just everything. But it was something with you that was like the tinkle in your eye. You have feelings, you have emotions, and you were very very polite and very sincere, you know, and just like this ladies man, but it was like not a ladies man, but like you knew how to treat women, you know?
For sure.
So we gravitated to each other when we first met there doing that fashion show for Millbrox, and shout out to Gary for that.
Yeah, shout out to Gary. Thank you for the opportunity. Truly appreciate it. And definitely I could understand that it was something about Soul when I saw her. I think it was just something about her smile and just the way she walked through the room. It was kind of like, whoa, who's that? You know? And I'm not a hater, so and I'm not a weirdo either, so I'm gonna just come talk to you. And you know, I just liked your vibe right off the bat, so you know,
thank you.
I just always appreciated how genuine as well you were with me.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that, because I feel like that day there was a lot of love in that room, you know, and especially coming from you, you know, it was just like you said, when you walk in the room, you can feel people's auras. And when you came, you know, to me, we came to each other, it was like we had the same aura. So it just fit very well.
I'm not going to lie though, watch, this one's just going to be raw. Honestly, I walked up to Swan and I was like, hey girl, what's up, talking to her? And I was kind of getting some information on her, and she said something about her girlfriend. I was like, oh man, you broke my heart. I was vibing with her, but I was like, it's all good. I'll still be cool with you though.
We were like, we'll be friends, you know.
I was like, I'll still be cool with you. I like you a lot though. It was just something about you. That's it. That's all.
I love that. See, and it's cool because, you know, speaking of love and just how to treat people, you know, we don't know who we are when we meet a brand new person, right? We don't know what we come with or our backgrounds, right? So us walking up to each other, 2 new people, 2 clean slates, not knowing anything about each other, and then finding that out about each other and not being mad or upset about it, but like embracing it. You know, embracing our differences, embracing, well, okay, this is what you do. Okay, this is what I'm doing.
You're allowed to like who you like.
Yeah, you know, it was a beautiful moment, you know, and it just showed me that, like, you know, everything that I've been through, you know, people used to discriminate against, you know, gays, lesbians, you know, the LGBTQ community, and they probably most likely still do. There's a lot of that hate going on out here. But, you know, for some time I was very like, not on the low and not ashamed of that. I just was very like on hush mode. If anyone would ask me if I liked women, then they would have to ask me personally, and I would tell them. But I wasn't like the one to be out here like, yeah, I like women and I look gay and I look, you know, whatever. People would literally feel like I have something about me that would scream maybe she's, you know, that way. But I was never the type to go out here and just be like, yeah, this is me, unless you asked me and got to know me. And that's where us as humans come in. It's like, well, you got to know me and you asked, and it was like, and I told you, and it was like, boom. Like,
it's just, I believe in one of those things, like, you know, I feel like I've gotten judged a lot, you know, just based off my cover as well. You know, and just seeing you out there dressed up, doing certain things, you can't see certain things. So it just, I always like to approach a woman or just even anybody in general, just kind of like, I want to be me, but I still want to still give you your respect because you're still a person, regardless. So like, I'm not going to assume something like that off of you unless I really get a vibe like that. But like I was saying though, she was just, the way she was walking and talking, all the girls are like, oh, so you're so cool, blah, blah. I was just like, man, I'm still gonna go talk to her even if she is cool. Like, what's up? Like, I like cool people too. Like, you know, what's up?
Right.
You know, like.
And I appreciate you because if you and me never connected in that room today, you know, there wouldn't be this opportunity. And I feel like I'm so happy and blessed to have you on board of just the vision here. You know, this is some deep stuff that some people are afraid to discuss or might feel embarrassed discussing or might think that it's stupid discussing. But I feel like a lot of these key components that are being discussed on this podcast are all aimed towards helping people heal entirely from the core, deep to the core. Helping get people, giving people the chance to think about certain things that has occurred or happened in their lives and reflect on it in order to get through something. I feel like it's going to be a super dope tool, you know, for other people to utilize, because there's people like us that are in, you know, roles of leadership, and you know, we're out here sticking our neck out, and we are creatives, and we do different things, and we work, and especially you and me, we were talking behind the scenes how we work for, you know, the elderly. You know, it's it takes certain people, very special, patient people, loving, kind, caring people to do this stuff. You know. So I feel like when people see us in these roles that we live in our lives day to day, with everything that we've been through, and we got through that, and this is what we're doing now, I feel like that right there in itself is a symbol of hope, is a symbol of we can do this. No matter what you go through, we all have a lot in common. We have so much hurt, pain, and different things in common. So I feel like this is a good tool that people can use to go to for that. Yeah, I feel that. You know, man, they did it, but they went through all this shit, but they did it. You know, we can all do something, and we're still doing stuff every day. I'm still growing every day. You know, you're still growing. We're all still growing every day.
Yeah, I think people just have a misconception, you know, about how somebody on the surface projecting themselves like how you are, putting out a podcast, you know, creating content, doing things like that, and you could seem so sure of yourself. Everybody can believe that and see that when they see your stuff, but they don't even know what's going on behind the scenes with you, what's underneath in the core. And that's where people lack to connect with other people. That's just the bottom line. That's it.
Yeah, and I feel like you're completely 100% right. That is one of the main reasons why I connected with a lot of people in my life, is because I took the time to listen to how they feel.
Exactly.
I took the time out, no matter what we were negotiating, talking about, discussing, getting done, money this, money that, no money, whatever the situation was, I took the time out to actually make sure whoever I was talking to felt good. See how they felt. And that is everlasting. People remember that.
Exactly. But see, look, I'm not going to sit right here and be, portraying some kind of poise like I had some, control of my emotions. I bet you I probably was really mean to some people, or I probably didn't even give them the right time of day when they probably felt like they should have had it. Maybe, I don't know.
Same here. When I was younger, I used to.
So I'm just glad at least though, where it's just, at least if you're one of those people, just know you could always change your outcome. You're the master of your own destiny. You could always control who you want to be. You're not predisposed to anything.
Yep.
You're not a product of your environment. You can grow up anywhere and still do something with yourself. Change your mind. Gain that knowledge. All that stuff.
Definitely.
Connect with people. That's all we got. Look,
definitely.
The internet goes down. Everything else goes down. Regardless, we're all still together.
Right.
We got to connect.
Right. Why are we allowing all these things to disconnect us even more so? And this kind of goes into our topic. You know, what we're talking about is the connectedness of humans and the deconnectedness, where it goes into hate and jealousy. So jealousy, envy, and hate. You know, I feel like people like us, other light forces and other people who have hearts and spirits and souls like us who just want to help, we are in a battle to end these.
Yeah.
You know,
sure, no
this
doubt.
is a warfare. I feel like I've spent so much time, you know, deflecting negative energy in my life in order to ward off that energy so I can continue being a positive light force in this world. Like hate is such a powerful thing, especially the interconnectedness of humans, and just to know that there are humans that are actually out here that hate on other humans for being human. And then with everything else that comes with that, envy and jealousy, it's like, why divide us? Like you said, we should all connect, even in a physical way, you know, not on the internet. And I know the internet is changing a lot between us. It's making businesses grow faster, people connect faster, but it's also dividing people, because now all this information is here in your face, and now you can see what David's life is doing. You can see what Karen's doing. You can see what everyone's life is doing, you know? And then some people look at that as, oh, I'm not doing enough in my own life, and get discouraged or feel some type of way, and then they start to get, you know, hate in their heart towards these people and their lifestyles. But like you said, this is just, I would say, what you want people to see. People don't know what goes on behind the everyday, you know, soul, or the everyday Michael. People they don't see that. People post stuff on Instagram and social media all the time, like, look at my life, it's so marvelous, right? But what was the pain that went on behind that? You might see beautiful aesthetic, beautiful models, and, you know, their work is up there, or poets and their work is written out, or, you know, bodybuilders and they're doing their thing, or athletic instructors and they're doing their thing, right? And that's all they show, right? But what is the pain that went on behind that, you know? So I feel like it's not even effective to hate on another human being for anything that you might see, because looks can give you one thing, one idea of a person. But then, you know, the perception you're getting just based on that look could be wrong, unless you actually take the time to get to know them.
Come on, let's both be in agreement about something. Since we both love women, it's just sometimes you can see a really beautiful woman, like you said, pretty aesthetic, everything, and she's a mess on the inside. Ain't no shout out, ain't no hate on any of those women, but it's just like how there's certain men out here, they're like, they think they're cool doing certain things, but they're out here damaging people because they're not okay with themselves. Yeah, definitely. You know?
It's the same.
It's one of those things.
I'm not attracted to a woman just because she's beautiful. You have to have a beautiful soul. You have to have a beautiful spirit. You have to treat people kindly. You know, treat others nicely. How do you treat
compassion? You know, you gotta believe that if you're just moving in your flesh, your spirit will never transcend. So it's just like, then it's just, you're really staying out here, and it's just one of those things. In hate, you can be hateful for a bunch of things, like you said, but it just, in reality though, I feel it comes down to inadequacy. You feel like you're not good enough to this person, so you feel like they're better than you. But why am I better than you? Like how we were saying off camera, like how you referred in the beginning. Like we wake up the same time. Right. You and I can both get up at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Different schedules, doing different things, trying to achieve different goals, things like that. People be hating on that. Why? Plot, scheme. I know you be listening to Rick Ross. Stay scheming.
Stay scheming.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, you're so right, Michael. I've never understood why another human being would hate on a human being who's like getting up and trying, even if it's not even perfect. This human being is getting up, attempting to make something happen in their life good, and you are on the sidelines looking in, just, you know, putting them down or having something negative to say about them and whatever it is that they're doing, but you're not doing anything yourself. And I just never understood these kind of people. And but I kind of feel like a lot of it comes from like the core and the background of where all this type of thinking came from is kind of has to do with I feel like the people, whoever's in charge of this society, the people who put things on the media, and how, you know, celebrities and everything's portrayed, and the certain ways we have to live by and abide by. I feel like it's like a divide and conquer mechanism that has been used for generations and generations and generations to keep some of the human race oppressed and others feeling like they are superior, above everything. And with that mentality being ingrained into newborns every year, that newborns are born and everyone grows up with that mentality, this is where the hate comes from. This is where you get envious people and jealousy. And even with relationships, right? Yeah. We have people in relationships that are supposed to be in a relationship with a partner that's supposed to uplift them and build them up, and they love themselves. So, and you love yourself, and we just are building each other with positive energy. We're supposed to be in relationships like that. We have people in relationships with people that are tearing their partner down because they're jealous if their partner's going to be better than them or do better things than them or go places, and they just don't want that. Then they're feared that they're going to leave them. So they want to tear them down and bring them to their level and hate on them in order for them to feel like this person is not going anywhere. Even it's so deeply ingrained in us that it's even in relationships. It's in everything we do.
Yeah, definitely.
They taught us how to hate.
Definitely. Like, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I know for a fact that since, you know, how everything has been started with the whole quarantine and everything, just in regards to media, it's just, you know, there's certain people just follow the money. You just gotta follow the money. That's why they try to cover it up. That's why money laundering was invented. Yes. You know what I mean? Things like that. There's only certain people who control the media outlets, and they keep putting out the same thing. It's literally just, you already know it's on a teleprompt. It's nothing new. They're literally just being the pretty face, telling you right now what you want to hear. Yeah. And it's just one of those things where that's when you gotta get your mind right, and that's where Soul's trying to say and trying to do something different, where she's trying to create content, how she's trying to bring somebody else who's like-minded, how we're trying to talk about hate, but then watch somebody come out in the back saying like, well, they weren't really talking about it in an effective way that I understood, so I'm gonna just say something negative on it. Yeah, yeah. And you're not even trying to relate either. Right, or learn something or get something from whatever. One of my old pastors got at me like this, and it kind of, you know, changed my life a lot. He said, you gotta listen to hear, not listen to respond, if you want to truly figure out peace in your life like that. Yeah, take in, like, are you actually hearing me, you know? And then and like, if you're believing what you're seeing on TV, what those people want you to believe, and then you're just coming at that point where, oh, I'm just accepting what's given to me, no thought, no research behind it, nothing. Right, and that's the problem. And then people are filing assumptions, and you can't do that if you're lacking in knowledge, because it's like in news, just like who are really good journalists then, right? Yeah. You put out a wrong statement, you have to retract it. Those people don't. So that's where the fine lines is, where you got to really see like, okay, what are you guys trying to make me believe? Okay, bet, I'm going to try to do my own thing. Right, doing your own thing. We have our phones in our hands all the time. Like Soul was saying, we're connected with social media. We sell so many things on Instagram, whatever, daily. So it's just one of those things. Like, you just gotta keep on you gotta keep understanding that they're gonna feed you and feed you and feed you until you can't eat anymore. And what I mean by that metaphor is that they throw so much different stuff at us every day. They're trying to scramble your brain, not even have a solid thought because you're trying to figure out what was going on from yesterday.
Right.
You ever feel like you're playing catch up? There's propaganda out here all day. If you want to look at it, you could just look at it. Just everything's not what it seems.
Yep.
And it's not even media conspiracy theories. This is just hard facts and reality.
Yep.
Just if you want to look at it and see it, you know?
Yep. And reality is you got to be able to see the signs and read in between the lines and feel if something's not right. Do not run around in this life, you know, numb to what's going on right in front of you. Because if you do, they're going to just let you have all the food that you can eat until you can't eat no more and you're full. And then before you know it, you don't even know what's going on because you're so full and you're asleep at that point. You got the itis.
That's what I'm saying, man. And that's what, and look,
but, you know?
And look, it could sound like you're trying to get away from the conversation, like where you guys trying to go back to. Hold on, let me put a pause. Come back to the hate. We're talking about all that, right? We just grounded you on a simple level like that. To hate like that.
Yes.
Media, everybody trying to make you think everything.
Tell them
why? Because you don't feel like you have enough going on with yourself. You don't know enough. So you're just going to be like, oh, somebody told me to believe this, I'm going to believe that. Oh, somebody told me I have to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yep, like foolishly like sheep.
And that's hate. That's hate.
That's hate.
Yeah. So it's just like, men just get, you know, they just say certain things where it's just like, why are you even being around me if you're kind of hating on me like that? They'll say like, oh, Mike, you're too pretty, or they'll say shit like that, you know, and I'm like, what do you mean I'm pretty? Like, why are you a guy calling me pretty? Why are you looking at me like that?
Right.
Like, why are you trying to say like,
do you like me?
Yeah, like
Thanks.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not a weirdo to that either. Like, I have gay friends, you know, gay guy friends.
But you don't
swing
like, that way.
Yeah, like I'd be like, hey, bro, like, you know, you could be gay with him, but be straight with me.
Right.
Hey, it's cool.
Right. And they hate you because
I'm so sure of myself.
That part.
And then, like, the women, they want to come talk to me, but it's just like, I don't have community like that. So I just be trying to just pick and choose the ones I want.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, they be like, oh, they be mad. They're really mad because they don't really know how to talk to a woman. Where it's just like, bro, you're trying to go be all in her flesh, but not even talk to the person inside, like who she is right there, not even for a little bit.
Right.
She could be feeling you just as hard. She just wants to know if you're gonna talk to her.
Yeah.
But you're hating on me because I talk to her.
Yeah.
You're hating on me because I dress up and you like to rock like whatever you wear and look sloppy or whatever you do.
Right.
And you want to try to go get that type of woman. There's tiers.
There's
like,
levels.
There's levels. Like where Soul was at when she was 18 getting stifled by those people, she was right here. So she was attracting those type of women.
Yep.
So now she keeps elevating. Now she's finding out those women that she was going those levels with can't even keep up. So that's why she already, all her posts, boom, boom, hammer on the nail. It's literally like that because it's just, those people are hating just on the sole fact alone that you're just keep leveling up and keep evolving and doing different things that they wish they can do.
That's what it is.
And
year after year after year after year, Michael.
And it's just like me straight up, when I put down my foot in my life, when I was done being 325, so I'm telling you, like 3 years ago, that's it. No more. And it's been different ever since. And in all honesty, I really don't even know how to deal with all that hate sometimes. Do you even know how to? Like, I don't know about you, but me, like, since I was kind of always to the side, nobody really looked at me like that.
Yeah.
Or kind of treated me that way.
I'll tell you.
They kind of be like, you know, I don't know how to deal with it now. Now I catch so much attention type of thing. You know, so now it's kind of like.
When I was younger and I was dealing with a lot of hate and even hate in my family and just people around because they, you know, like we were discussing earlier, seen something in me that I didn't see, I left. I literally, and when people say, oh, it's hard for me to leave and this and that, I'm connected to these people. Wow. I literally hit the streets when I was 17.
Oh, man.
I rented a room. I had a car lined up. And I had a job that I was working already while I was going to school. And through my first financial aid check, I got a car. And I got a job with that car.
Hustling,
and I got the
right
fuck
there.
out of there.
Hustling. See?
I left. And when I left, I literally rented rooms from strangers I didn't know. These strangers, by the way, treated me better than the people that I knew and grew up with. I'm gonna repeat that again.
Oh my God, that's the craziest part.
These strangers treated me better
That's crazy.
than the people that I grew up with.
Crazy. That's so funny.
I
you said
left.
that.
I left, Michael. I left, and I didn't care if I had to starve in the street for my peace, for my sanity. I didn't care if I had to be alone for my peace and my sanity. I didn't care if I ran into different trouble or different cautious things out there trying to find myself and my peace and my sanity. I left that energy. I left the hate.
See, look, but that's why you're so strong and where you're at right now. See, look, and that's why you catch so much hate from your lovers or whatever, or your friends,
Yes.
or just even colleagues.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like why there's just a certain amount of, people wanting to be who you want to be, but then it's just like, dude, you could do it yourself.
Yes, just do it yourself,
I picked
y'all.
up the book that I was reading, that I was talking about. Literally, all I had to do was this, and just start reading it. Just try to get into it. Oh, I'm not a reader. You know how many people say that? I'm not a reader.
Yes.
If you just
Change
live,
your life.
like just like the self-help books that I've been just trying to educate myself with. There's another one where it says it's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but the lose is crossed out. It says learn. You don't ever lose. You learn.
You're never losing at all. And that is the thing. People get down on themselves and start to protrude that hate because they hate themselves instead of taking that loss that they think is a loss.
Those goosebumps again.
Right? You feel me? As when they take that loss they think is a loss and refuse to turn it into a learning situation, that's
Yes.
where they lose. And that's where that
Yes.
hate exudes on their self. And
And
that's
it
why they
grows.
protrude it to other people.
It grows,
because
it
they didn't
manifests.
learn from that negative experience. They took that as a loss on their self. And they got down on their self. And now they're like, damn, I didn't learn shit from that. That was a loss. No, you did learn from that.
You just learned how to do something different. Like, look, a failed relationship, it's not even a failed relationship. What about if you look at it like this? Like, hey, how about like if you were two strangers, like how we met?
Yep.
What about if it was like that? Like, hey, what happens if she was like, if I was in a relationship with her, we had good experiences, good moments, genuinely happy, and we just came to a decision ultimately. We just, hey, there's somebody perfect for you. It's just not me. We could still be cool, whatever. You have to step aside because you're not moving with me, whatever the case is, right?
Right.
But you could always cherish that as a person, like with your whole journey and your knowledge, everything like that. You could just appreciate, oh, well, okay, maybe I'm going to do this different next time, or like maybe I know what I want in this next one type of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And just like with people and how you grow, you don't know how you're going to grow unless you try it. Like me, being afraid of a camera, talking with Soul right now, you guys on my own personal journey level, like you don't even know how different this is for me.
This is growth right here.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
so proud of you.
Like I'll be completely honest and transparent. Like when I was meeting Soul and stuff like that, I was already kind of like skinnier, but like, man, if I was like maybe like a year before or things like that, when I was like more insecure about myself, oh man, I would have my shirt off, I was changing, I would have been like, oh man, these girls are looking at me. And I'd be like, oh man, like, I'd turn into myself. I'd be like, damn, I hope they're not looking at me, type of thing.
To go from that to where you are now, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's just one of those things, like, this is not overnight. You know how many nights I had to spend alone by myself.
Yes.
But just to understand certain things and have certain conversations with yourself. And that's what I think, like, regardless if people are upset about COVID, don't hate me for what I'm about to say, but at least you had the time that you put a pause on your life. If you were feeling overwhelmed, stressed, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's stressful being inside the house and not doing certain things. But regardless, we're talking about self-care and self-preservation. You actually had time to sit down with yourself and work certain things out to improve yourself. And that's the time I utilized this year. And it helped me grow in a number of ways, and
yeah,
like you said, year after year, you're just stacking, building up, and it just...
Yeah, you keep going.
And I just don't understand why, if I'm a product like this, why somebody would hate on me. Whereas like anybody who knows me, I always show love and I always, you know, give my best part of me. But don't be mad if I don't really give my all to you, because if you're not really giving that energy, don't be mad if I don't oblige you, because then it's like,
I tried.
This regardless, friendship is not an obligation. It's mutual.
Right.
Just like it's how it is like that.
Right. I don't expect anything from you. You don't expect anything
but
from me.
But we always meet up
with
each
each other.
other.
When we link, it's the same vibe. And we have different lives. And I don't expect you to be around me all the time and give me attention. But that's something my partner is is for. For you, be a mutual friend that you are. It is not, you are not tied at my hip. And I'm not going to get mad at you for not wanting to talk to me on a given day or days, you know?
Or change plans when I woke up feeling some type of way.
Right.
Or why do I have to tell you if I got some bad information we were supposed to meet up that day and I just don't know how to handle it?
I'm not going to hate you for it.
Yeah, like, look, this is what I'm just trying to say, people. I want you to be okay with being human. Be yourself. Ladies, understand that you don't have it all figured out. Soul and I, we can maybe seem like we got it figured out. I don't.
We don't.
I really don't.
That's the key. We don't. We're still figuring things out.
That's
part of the learning process in life.
Yeah, and that's just being honest with yourself. If you feel inadequate in your skills, your financial situation, your living situation, whatever the case may be, you have the potential and the ability to improve your quality of life. You just got to look within yourself and see what kind of strength you can dig deep and pull out of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it took me so much fighting, like just to get right now where I'm at, and I feel things so heavily. Like I'm about to start getting goosebumps right now all over my arms, because what Soul said was facts. You know, like I lived down in the car for a little bit because I can't live with my family. They have their reasons why they don't want to be with me like that, and that's fine. Like I said, I haven't always been perfect either. But regardless, at least if you're man enough or woman enough to say like, hey, I did these certain things and I'm willing to, you know, build on top of them to grow into a better, because look, everything that's negative is like, yeah, it could be negative. You don't know how to deal with it. You're going to feel bad, whatever. Enjoy it. Embrace it.
Embrace that. Embrace feeling upset about something or bad about something, or like you made a mistake.
Because you care.
Right. It's because you give a damn that you feel that way.
If you didn't,
then that's the problem.
That's the problem. And that's where your hate, your insecurity, your shit talking about other people. Like I love people watching, but now, before when I was negative, I used to shit talking people watch. Like, ooh, man, I don't know about that. I wouldn't do that. But now when people watch, I'll be certain things like, oh, okay, look, I like his swag right there. That's tight. Oh, like she's fly with that. Oh, okay, I like her bag. Whatever.
Yeah,
things like that.
That's a good people watching aspect.
No more hate. It's like everything you ingest, it comes out in a certain way of your body. Your food, obviously, it will come out in a certain way of your body. You're eating a bunch of fast food, it's gonna stick on you. You're gonna have your roses, your homegirl on the sides, right there. You know, you know, things like that. But then look, you could always change. That's where I'm trying to get to. That's the thing. Society, your parents, everybody has always tried to instill something within yourself. But
you can unlearn
Soul is right. You have to go actively put yourself out there and search for yourself. You can't just expect yourself one day wake up like this. Like,
I know myself.
No, it doesn't work like that.
I'd rather feel alone by myself than feel alone with somebody who makes me feel alone.
Definitely.
I didn't get with a partner to not be praised by my partner.
Yeah, like oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say about my ex-girlfriend. See, like, you brought me back to it. She said when we broke up, right? Like I said, I'm not any type of man like that. Like that's a weirdo like that. So when she's like, oh, I lost myself in our relationship type of thing. When I'm not even a smothering type.
Right.
I was just like, whoa, I mean, I'm trying to go out every day and see who I am, and I try to be a better man with you. It's not like you're my whole thing.
Right, I include you in like my journey of
and that's how like lovers can get upset about certain things, and then that's how you said too, jealousy like that, hate, things like that, you know, and it's just very unfortunate. It's not like I don't wish anything bad upon her or anything like that. I just told her, I was like, man, you could like to try to do your own thing, whatever. I just hope you find what you're looking for. And I was with her for a long time.
Wow.
A long time.
You walked away from that in a good manner too. Like that's really dope of you. Yo.
Like I didn't say, like I didn't look. So this is the first time I'm ever speaking on it too. Like I never said anything bad about her, nothing like that. But that girl, she just has hate, I guess. You know, I hear from other people because, you know, the Valley is just a small place. So you can kind of hear things, you know, chirps.
Chirping, birds.
You know, so like, you know, she writes certain things or does certain things in spite of me, but like it doesn't certain name drop, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that, you know, things like that.
And you're too much of a positive person to even have that around you.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
you tried for her.
Yeah, I had to separate, and you know, things like that, like, and it's just certain women, like, you know, they just don't understand where it's just like, man, maybe we're chilling, like you said, but then it's just, it's not really doing nothing. Then it's just like, now she's mad that I'm not trying to chill with her. It's just like, you know,
you're at a different place. You're elevated.
There's so many different factors wherever you're at. You can be with somebody, you could just be talking to somebody, or just whatever. You just gotta understand that people are gonna have their emotions, and you gotta let them be human.
Right.
Be comfortable and be okay with yourself enough to allow that person to be human. Like I can't get mad that you want to do what you want to do.
Right.
Everybody's gonna do what they want to do, right? So if you're gonna bring anything negative or doing anything like that, those are your intentions.
Yep.
And you're bringing them my way, but you're mad at me for like bringing them to light on you.
Yeah.
That's when you start hating on me, though, right? That's when you don't like me, though, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you're being real, and you're just like, yo, like.
Because I know you're just probably like me.
Same
any girl she's lacking with me like that, I mean, I'm not talking down to her, putting her down.
You tell her what's up.
I'm letting her know what's good.
Communication, right.
Exactly.
I don't like that you did this, or I don't like that you act this way towards me. Can you please fix it?
Exactly.
And then they want to turn around, like you said, and hate you and treat you a certain way because you spoke up and stood up for yourself and your standards and the vision you have for yourself as an individual and how you should be treated. And here they are hating on you for knowing who the hell you are.
Yeah, have some accountability.
Right. And you're like, I have this beautiful, beautiful woman, this dope man that I know treats me well and is very real with me and authentic with me, and here I am hating on that person because they told me that I need to change my fucked up attitude.
That's not right.
That's not right at all.
That's not cool. And
not cool at all.
How can you look that person in the eye and say you really love them though?
Right.
And that's just another.
I would expect that for me. If someone said, "Hey, Bree, change your attitude," which I've had that before in certain partnerships, I'm like, you know, you're right. I was being mean to you. I was being super rude to you. I was an asshole to you. And yeah, you're right. I need to change my attitude. I appreciate those people in a partnership with me because it actually tells me they give a shit about me. They care about their self. They care about how they're being treated. You know, and for them to be brave enough to open up to me and tell me, "Hey, Bree, check yourself," and you know what? I'm gonna respect that.
Why would you even get mad at something like that? It's like
that's gonna better us in the end. It's gonna better both of us.
And that's why I think a lot of men and women can be mad too in a lot of ways. You think it's like a respect line thing, you know?
Right.
Like they don't think it's like they're met that way, so then they feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's where the egos and the pride comes in.
And that's where it helped me in my fitness journey. In order for me to grow was I had to drop a lot of my man ego.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to drop a lot of it.
And as a man to say that, I commend you.
I tried. I really
have
tried.
A heart.
Like I tried. Like I mean, I still have man ego in certain things, but not like in a negative way anymore. You know, what I mean? Not like how I used to, but like definitely had to drop off a lot of that macho kind of like look that was trying to talk to me because I was always being told like, you know, oh, you're a big guy, Mike. You know, you got to be a certain way, you got to be stern,
what you want, they want you to be instead of who you are, like who you know to be.
And I'm just real goofy and loose, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like chilling, you know. I'm a real down to earth person, so I just one of those things like we can just reiterate. You're just coming down to where it's like, if you are being who you genuinely want to be, your true self, authentic from the beginning, then you'll see what kind of relationship you'll have with that person. It's never forced, nothing like that.
Never.
If it's
never be.
If it's something physical, just be like that with them. Just be like, it's just like that.
Right.
If I think you're cool, then hey, let me know if it's cool. If I can call you sometimes just to talk to you, type of shit.
Right.
Or
just be honest.
Just
whatever you want.
Be okay with being human.
I am your host, Soul Bloom, SOLBLOM _, and this was my special guest today, Michael.
Thank you. My Instagram is Michael_2.0. I hope you follow me. I like to do a lot of cool different things. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for having me. So I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please support him. He has a lot of cool things he's been working on, has worked on, and is just a dope individual. Also a Scorpio like me. I'm a cuff sign, so we connected on that way. He's very deep, very real, and very blunt. And I love it. I love him. Like, thank you for being a part of my vision, my journey, and just everything. Like,
thank you it. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And we hope that you guys got something out of this. Again, we're gonna have a season 2, so tune into that as well. We will be keeping you guys posted on that. If you guys are interested in purchasing any of my aromatherapy products, it will be on my website. I also have apparel, t-shirts, and different items coming, as well as sage, and when I was talking to this guy right here, some incense holders. So stay tuned, you guys. But yeah,
brighten up your life and make you smelling good too.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you. Much love and peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Love Language. Until next time.
Thank you.
She has lady swag. Hey, you didn't hate on her. But hey, she's too dope tonight and try to be her friend.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Get to know me, you know, you'll probably be addicted. You'll be like, hey, what's up? Like,
she's shining on me since day one. I'm over here tanned up a little bit now. Damn, bro.